showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling. It's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the AFC Shakedown on the Mafia Sports Report Network. I'm your host, Tommy, and joining me is Trevor and Mr. Juan. What is going on, guys? Happy
pretty good.
Saturday.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, ready to get going right now. I have an epic rant for today. So I'm looking forward to that.
More Washington Commanders rants?
Oh no! There's no Washington Commanders. I think they had I think they had a break for this week.
Oh man, Juan has just not been the same, guys. Juan is not a happy customer. We're gonna get Juan happy again. I promise you. Once Patricia leaves, Juan is gonna be back to being Juan again. I promise you. Right, Juan? God damn it, Juan. All right, well, so let's dive right into it. The game that everybody wants to talk about, Bills versus Patriots. No, I'm just joking. We already talked about that. I like poking the bear, Juan. All right, let's go. Jets versus Vikings, 27-22. Vikings win. I'll start with you, Trevor and Juan. How'd you see this game going? Did you see it this close? Did you think Mike White played good? What was your feelings about it?
I think Mike White played well, but at the end of the day, the Vikings found a way to win, get out of there scot free. They couldn't wait to get out of that game. I thought they played well. I thought he played well. It's just that last interception, he had no one else to throw it to, so that was just a heave play. See where it goes from there, and interception. Like that's not a bad throw. It's just see what happens from there. It's literally the last play. It happens. I think he played well.
I didn't even realize it had him throw for 57 times. Is that freaking correct?
Yeah.
I mean, guys, that's he's gonna have 300 yards, I would think, at 57 attempts. That's wild. But no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he got away with a few, by the way.
Yeah,
so he could have had more. I'm just throwing that out there. He had a good day passing, but yards. But he put the ball in harm's way a few times. But anyways, Juan, what'd you think, man, of the Jets and Mike White?
The Jets outgained Minnesota by 200 total yards in this game. 287 to 486. The Jets had almost 20 more plays than the Vikings. But when you have limitations at quarterback, you can't finish. And this is what happens. Minnesota gets away with another one because they were actually outplayed basically the entire second half of the game. They were up 20-3, if I'm not mistaken, around halftime.
They were.
And then they just continued to get shambled until they got their last touchdown late. I believe it was Justin Jefferson, who actually didn't really do all that much in this game at the end of this game.
Yeah,
I believe all 3 boys that Minnesota has all combined for 100 yards total. Kirk Cousins was not good in this game at all. This Jet defense continues to show why they're a top 5 defense in the NFL, but the limitations at quarterback is what we basically predicted, but I thought he played a lot better than what we anticipated happening. It's just like you said, he did get away with a few interceptions, just like in Chicago. It's the same thing the week before. He's not that good, but he's still better than Zach Wilson, so they're taking it, and they didn't finish, but I bet with Zach Wilson, I don't think this game would have been any better. It would have been probably worse, most likely. And I don't know who Z Knight is at running back, but they found a running back to rush for 90 yards or 15 attempts. I mean, maybe they.
I don't know who. I have no idea who that is either. I have no idea.
I don't even know what number he wears. I don't remember seeing him on the field. But
I have no until you said that, and I was looking at the stats. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah,
15, and he carried the ball 15 times.
That's what I'm saying, and he got 90. So like, did something happen? But Minnesota's defense is kind of putrid. So I guess we should probably expect that. But the defense is what I'm trying to highlight, because the Mike White stuff we saw coming. He just played better than what we thought. But the defense is just that damn good. They're too good, and they travel, as you can see, because Minnesota's not an easy place to play. So pretty good job. But Minnesota gives away another one.
They did. We called it. We said last week. I don't remember the score prediction. I think I had the Jets scoring 12 points, 13. So they scored a little bit more than I thought. They still weren't a juggernaut on offense. I mean, Mike White put some yards up, but once again, no touchdowns, and that's what matters. And two giveaways. Listen, turnovers are everything in this league, right? They could have won in overall right categories, but if they're losing the turnover battle, they're probably going to lose the game, right? More than likely. So that's exactly what happened. Their defense kept them in it. Like you said, Justin Jefferson didn't get going till late. He had like a late touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, though, the Jets lost. A loss is a loss, man. And L's an L. And it's going to be interesting this week what Mike White does, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I mean, I listen. I think we all agree Minnesota was going to win that game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So ultimately, we may have not gotten the score right, which is never easy, but we got the prediction right as far as win and loss. So next game, another game I think we all predicted correct, if I'm not mistaken. 49ers beat the Dolphins 33-17. It was close. That last interception for a touchdown obviously made the score look a little bit bigger than what it was, really. But I was kind of close in this. I was saying, remember, the 49ers would drive the ball, run the ball, go up by a field goal at the end, win by. And that's kind of what happened. That last drive was a killer, and the Dolphins couldn't stop him. And then Tua by the way, Tua did not play well. He had a couple of interceptions that game. Hill did okay. Waddle was banged up. But that was their real test, and it was pretty close for most of the game. And then Purdy.
I see what you did there. That's funny.
right.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. And then my God, that has to be a little embarrassing. But I will say this, though. Like I say to every quarterback that comes out that there's no film on, they all look, I mean, for the most part, they can look okay or good. And I don't think the Dolphins – listen, the Dolphins' defense has not been playing good anyways. And Byron Jones, by the way, there's like a report came out like he's not happy. I don't even know if he'll return this season. And it's a huge hit for the Dolphins. But Dolphins defense not that good anyways for some reason. But still, man, I mean, golly, man, how do you let Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, beat you? I'm like, that's so embarrassing. I don't God. Anyway, what would you guys think about Purdy and the 49ers?
I mean, unfortunately,
the Dolphins are.
Unfortunately for the 49ers, they're not going to the Super Bowl, unfortunately. You can say that that's not going to happen. Jimmy G getting hurt is devastating for them. Very, very devastating, because I truly believe and mind you, they were getting healthy again. The team as a whole were getting healthy again and looking really scary. But yeah, that's a big loss right there. Huge loss.
Their center. Yeah, you got no good. And I think they went out and got Johnson, if I'm not mistaken.
Johnson. Yeah.
I feel like he's been in the league since like forever. Right?
His fourth stint.
My God.
His fourth stint on the 49ers.
Didn't he start with the Bucks? Am I wrong on that? Wasn't he on the Bucks? Or am I
he was there. He was there.
Okay. I know he's where a lot of places, but I could swear he was on the Bucks.
But this is his fourth time on the 49ers.
But they have to have a backup. They had to get somebody. And I'm sure they put their ticket in for Mayfield. Not that Mayfield would do anything, but he'd probably be a better option than Purdy. Because once the you know how that goes. Once the film gets out on Purdy, it's probably gonna be a wrap. I mean, there's a reason why he was Mr. Irrelevant, right? I mean, just saying. So 49ers are in a little bit of trouble there. Yeah. But go ahead, Trevor.
But yeah, that was kind of concerning. But honestly, for Miami, it really the loss doesn't hurt them too much. It doesn't hurt them too much, and whatever. They're still I mean, as far as the division is concerned, they're not gonna get to win the division. But as far as their playoff hopes, their playoff chances, it really didn't hurt them as much because everybody else lost as well. So they kind of stayed pat where they were, So it really didn't hurt them. So, and since it's an NFC team, they're playing lost to the NFC team. It doesn't hurt them too much. It doesn't hurt too much, but it is concerning because when you play good defenses and good teams like that, they do tend to struggle a lot. So they beating teams that they're supposed to be in. They beating really bad teams all year. So it's just what it is. But it doesn't hurt them too much. But it will hurt them later on if they don't get it together defensively.
Yeah. I mean, I told you, man. I said this stretch for the Dolphins is going to be it's going to be rough, man. It's going to be a little rough stretch, and if their defense isn't playing that good and Tua's turning the ball over like that, boy, they better be careful. They better be real careful. Juan, what'd you think, man?
I will actually argue this game wasn't close because 49ers owned this game for 57 minutes out of the 60 because of the first play of the game where they allowed a 75-yard touchdown. The 49ers had the ball for 40 out of the 60 minutes. They outgained them in yards, by the way, with a backup quarterback because he's technically was the third stringer coming into this year, including Trey Lance. They still outgained them in yards. They had 24 first downs while Miami had 14 of them.
Oof. See, I didn't see that.
Miami had 8 penalties while 49ers only had 4. Miami had 4 turnovers while San Fran only had 1. And hilariously enough, they actually had 1 more sack only. I remember Miami getting that many sacks or whatever. And San Fran has 79 plays while Miami only had 45. And out of the 308 yards that Miami had, $120 came from 2 plays. Those 2 big plays for touchdowns. That's it. Yeah, I think San Francisco absolutely owned the fuck out of this team. The score, you were right about the score because it was close. Besides that defensive touchdown at the end, that probably broke a couple people's betting tickets. But
the Dolphins, they could not stop the 49ers from driving that drive.
At all. So now we saw them get punched in the throat, and this is what we all predicted coming in. They finally got punched in the mouth. So what I want to see from this team is how they're going to respond. Lucky for them, they're playing against the Chargers, whose defense is the opposite of the 49ers. So this could, I won't go as far as they should. I'll say could be a bounce back game for them. We will find out tomorrow night. But in terms of Tua, my God, this is one of the worst games I've ever seen him play in my entire life. Huh? He missed like bad. 12 throws because the system actually worked. Those guys were open. They were open,
no doubt.
And you would say, "Oh, he was pressured the entire time." I can tell you there were about 6 or 7 times when he overthrew or underthrew his receivers. There was no pressure, but I guess when you get to the quarterback that quickly early on, you rattle them, and he got scared. That's what happened.
How many times did the announcer say too? Boy, Tua is really up. Boy, Tua is really. I heard it so many times in that game.
Red flag. Because that's not something that happens to anyone. So that means that's something he has. So he's going to go up. Let's say the playoffs start and he's going to the playoffs, right? He's going to have to deal with multiple defensive lines that can do the same thing that 49ers can. 49ers is the best one because you lost your guy, but your line is still good. So Rousseau will still get and Oliver will still get to him. You know what I'm saying? Trey Hendrickson and DJ Reader from Cincinnati will get to him. Even Kansas City, their line is inconsistent, but if you catch them on the day, they will get to you. Chris Jones is still a body. Tennessee's defensive line is very nasty. They'll get to him. And the Jets' defensive line is very good.
Oh yeah,
you're going to see defensive lines like this the entire AFC playoff stretch. This is a huge red flag. All I'm saying, good luck or not. Go fuck yourself, actually. But you know what I mean.
I agree. I listen. We called it. We said it in this game that they were going to bring the pressure. This is a totally different defense than they've seen the last 3 weeks, the Dolphins, and they were feeling themselves coming into San Francisco. And boy, oh boy, was that, an eye awakening, right?
Yeah,
Like, boy, they woke up real quick and fell right back down to earth and realized that they're not going to steamroll every team.
No,
They're not going to
at the sideline. Like, oh,
they're
shit.
Right. Hills and Waddle's not going to be.
Now? Yeah.
I will say the 49ers, only one play they made a mistake. They let Hill go past. There was a little miscommunication there. Other than that, they played him exactly how I thought they were going to play him. They're going to play that zone kind of defense, let the 4 rush, and that's exactly what happened. And they could not stop Bosa at all, right?
Nope.
He was right behind. They just had no answer, really. The offensive line had no answer for Bosa. He was in the backfield constantly.
And people are going to be like, oh, they didn't have their tackles. Whether they were there or not, this was going to happen. Yeah. Stop playing. Your tackles are not going to match up with Nick Bosa. Stop playing around.
Exactly. Stop. So, like I said, man, now they got the Chargers. And now that, like I said, I know the Chargers aren't – the Chargers are the Chargers. But they still got some defensive players there. They still got some playmakers that can bring some pressure. I mean, that game might be closer than some people might think.
I think it'll be.
So especially how the Dolphins defense, like I said, the Chargers, the only good thing about the Chargers is their offense is streaky, and they have a hell of a quarterback over there, and they got Allen, who's healthy, and I think Mike Williams is returning.
Good food up, that'd be good.
Which is huge for the Chargers. Eckler's having a really good season, so their offense could really catch on, especially against the Dolphins defense, who's well, if you're letting Purdy go down the field on you, what do you think the Chargers are going to do? I mean, I'm just saying. So they're in for a long game. It just depends on if it's a shootout or not, and it may be because Chargers defense for some reason too has not been very good this season, even though they got a pretty good line in Bosa and Mac. Oh, coaching usually.
There you go. Good. There you go. There's your answer.
Which has been an issue, by the way. Miami defense not stopping anyone. That's correct. And like I said, that Byron Jones thing is very concerning if you're a Dolphins fan. That the coaches are saying they don't even know if he's coming back. I mean, it's not a good sign if you're coaching, and he's healthy, by the way. So it's not like he's like hurt. That's not good. And I didn't even realize this, but Howard just got his first interception of the year. Like, he's even having a bad season. He's one of the top 5 corners in the league and just got his first interception. That tells me that he is not 100%. I know he got banged up this year a little bit, but clearly something's wrong with their defense. So their offense is doing okay, but we were saying it for weeks now. I want to see this offense, how they play against a better defense. And you saw it. You saw some turnovers and you saw some miscommunications by Tua. When you get pressure on a quarterback, you don't always have to get home. But boy, oh boy, if you put pressure on a quarterback, they make some mistakes, especially a guy like Tua, guys that just aren't, fully gifted in the quarterback position. And I still don't think Tua is, I'll be honest with you. I think he finally felt the heat. Whenever Tua feels the heat, he does not play well. I'm telling you. When you pressure Tua, get after Tua, knock Tua around a little bit, Tua starts making mistakes. And it shows. Look at any game that he's been involved in where he's been smacked around. It's not been good. Jay Stone, what's up, brother? If anyone is coming out to the game, make sure to come see. Yeah, so DJ Stone always does the tailgating, the DJing at the tailgating. So if you guys are going to the Bills-Jets game tomorrow, look for him. Put in the chat, DJ, where you at? Wherever, because I don't know what lot you're at or whatever. If you want to put that in the chat and tweet it out, and I'll retweet it for you, brother. But yeah, so Dolphins, we'll see what happens this week, and we'll get to that game in a second. Other than that, that's it for last week, because we already talked about the Bills Patriots. So no need to go back down that rabbit hole. And I mean, we would do the Boo This Man style and profile and all that other crap, but I don't fucking care about the goddamn Jets and the Vikings, and I don't care about the Dolphins 49ers.
Agreed.
And we don't have, unfortunately, guys, anyone here anymore that covers the Dolphins or the Jets. I mean, we do have a question mark guy. He's very invisible, keeps to himself. He's quiet. He talked to Juan. He talked to Juan a few weeks ago. He whispered in his ears a few things. Juan had said some stuff. Other than that, the Jets question mark guy is just usually quiet, has nothing to say. And Captain D is just in love land, and he's doing paddling boats, and I don't know what the hell he's doing, man. Getting roses.
Paddling
I have
boats?
no idea.
Wow.
He's on a paddle boat right now. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
With candles and
that's so horrible. Ugh.
I don't know. Whatever those people, relationship Loveland does. I don't know what they do there. John Brown for a touchdown tomorrow. I mean, Trevor's in Loveland, but he ain't on no damn paddle boat. All right, so Trevor's out there. He's out there ice skating. All right, leave him alone.
I can't ice skate.
He's holding hands doing the ice skating thing. All right, my buddy.
Ever since the hockey player that got cut in the throat in the game, I'm scared.
Oh, dude. I've never tried, by the way, ice skating, and I probably would be awful. I'd probably break my ankle. I would not go good.
It's scary.
Yeah, not go good. Tim says James Cook 12.5. I don't know what you're saying there, but you're
over
saying
12 and
yards
a half receiving betting.
Yeah. So here's the deal. So we're gonna get to that game. So tomorrow, I'm hearing it's going to be rainy, like very rainy in Buffalo. So I would expect more running. I would expect, who the hell knows, sometimes with us. I would think the short yardage passing, especially to Cook and the running backs, Hines, Singletary, Cook, even Dawson Knox. You might see him get involved finally, but it's going to be short yards. But we're going to get to the game in a minute. So anyways, obviously no awards this week. It's going to be a quick show, guys, by the way, because we're missing people, as usual. So next season, we'll see what we do with the Dolphins and Jets, but no promises. I try, guys. I really do. And so does Trevor and Juan, but you can always count on us being here because that's what we do, bruh. All right. So
even if your team sucks, we're still
even if your team sucks. Hey, I'll say this too. I go post game, win or lose, man. It's the worst. When you lose, it's terrible, but hey, it is what it is, man. That's what being a diehard fan is all about, man.
Damn right.
Okay, so let's get to the rant of the week, by the way, for Trevor. We'll get to the very end, like we always do. So let's just dive right into week 14. And we have some primetime games. All in the East, which is kind of crazy, except for the Bills Jets. But let's start with the Sunday night football game.
No.
What do you want to start with?
Get that shit out the way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Get out the way. We could talk 2 minutes so we can get to real football teams. Because both teams are embarrassing.
All right, you guys, do you see this? Do you see this? This is why I love Trevor Watt, because if this is another Patriots people, they probably be like, hey, I wish I could talk Boston. I don't know. I'm not going to do the accent because I'm terrible at it. But
me too. I suck at it too. I try.
Look, I know Laga. Give me a Laga. Let's talk about the Patriots. All right. So, fine. We'll get to the Patriots. Let's get to the Ka. All right. So, Patriots versus Cardinals, Monday Night Football. Hey, they did put you on Monday night. That's cool. Huh? Only game on.
They can't flex it out. That's crazy.
Going against Kyle Murray and them boys over there. So, how do you guys feel about? Let's talk. Patriots versus Cardinals, Monday Night Football. Go ahead, Trevor.
Part of me feels we're gonna beat the hell out of them, but other part of me feels that we may see a similar of Monday Night Football, how we did against Chicago, where they beat the hell out of us. Or I'm not saying they'll beat the hell out of us, but I feel like I would not be surprised if they play their best football against us. At all games, they play their best. Why? Because what the hell? But then again, I was thinking that, but then Juan and Right Tower Sports actually made a lot of maybe think a little differently. That will require Cliff Kingsbury to be smart and have a smart game plan to do that, which he's not smart. He's very stupid, and he's gonna get fired. But me personally,
oh Jesus,
this game is going to be just boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. A really boring game, honestly speaking. Yeah, I'm picking the Patriots to win this game. I think they're gonna beat the holy hell out of this Cardinals is really bad. The defense is really bad. So and let's be honest, Matt Patricia, if you cannot come up with a decent offensive game plan for the Cardinals, then you know what? Let's get out the league. But then again, he won't because
get out the league.
They're terrible. They're terrible. They're awful.
Hey, 4-8. Come on, man. Leave that. Come on. Oh man, Juan, what do you think, man? So Trevor, what's your score prediction before you go, Juan? Just curious. I know you said they're going to beat the brakes out of them.
New England 27, Cardinals 13.
Damn. Okay, so it is an ass whooping. All right, Juan, you got the same ass whooping?
No, but not too far away.
All right.
You know what's hilarious?
What?
That the New England offense actually ranks higher than the Arizona offense.
That's incredible.
Wow, that is surprising. See, I didn't know.
And obviously the defensive difference is astronomical.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, So no matter what the New England team is going through, they are still the better team against Arizona. You know what else is funny about Arizona? They're actually not a good home team at all. I don't know if you guys knew that. You want to know something else about this? For some reason, I don't understand why. It goes to the point where we also talk about this with Rag Tower Sports. Well, you just said it right now. For some reason, Kyler Murray, who is one of the faster, more elusive quarterbacks in the NFL, doesn't run the football. So
weird,
that
right?
would have been
you would think he would.
Yeah, that would be the way to absolutely annihilate this, this Patriot defense. Ask, Josh Allen, ask the Chicago quarterback, Justin Fields. There you go. I forgot his name for a sec. I asked Lamar Jackson because he also ran for like about 30 against Patriots.
You know what he does? He runs in the backfield a lot. Like he runs and escapes, but he doesn't leave anywhere. Yeah, he just kind of like just goes back and forth like it's like backyard football, but he doesn't take off. He continually looks downfield, but sometimes you gotta go, especially when you got a wide open. I don't get it. And
exactly.
He's fast. It's not like he's slow.
No, he's fast as hell.
Right.
It's like trying to catch a chicken. He's fast as hell.
Oh,
yeah.
It's insane. That's the advantage that the Cardinals will absolutely love, but for some reason he doesn't do it. I don't know if it's because of his brain. I don't know if it's because of Kingsbury. I don't know if it's a combination of both. But that's the purpose. The purpose is that even with our bad coaching on offense, we still have a way better coaching room than they do, especially the guy that's going out the door in the first place. This defense actually also garbage, so I am expecting finally a pretty good Ramondre Stevenson game. The clock should be controlled by New England by at least 35 minutes. This is going to be a semi-boring game. There's going to be a decent amount of plays, I'm sure, because this is DeAndre Hopkins at the end of the day, another number one receiver that this mini New England secondary will have to deal with. So he'll get his. I'm sure he'll get his 90, 100, 110, whatever. He'll get something. But at the end of the day, New England's the better team. New England needs this game, and they'll play with a little bit more urgency to cut this 2-game losing streak that they're in. I like New England 26-17. It's going to be a closer game, but New England will control the clock. And New England will control the game for the most part. But they'll win and continue to prolong the inevitable.
Purgatory.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. The Cardinals are really bad. I mean, even when they got D-Hop back, they're just not good. That goes on coaching, obviously, which you're probably going to be looking for a new one soon. Also, he still seems like. I mean, they put that in his contract for a reason, right? So clearly he is not he doesn't take football as serious as he should. And that could be a lot what's going on too there. And the coach probably takes lip from him, to be honest with you. I mean, after what you saw that one night when he was yelling at him, right. That's a problem, right? You can't let you can't listen. I get emotion, but clearly that's happening. That's happened before. That's not when there's no way that's the first time that's happened. Probably happened in the practice field. Who knows? But either way, I just think their defense is bad. Their offense, I don't know if it's terrible, but it takes a while to get going. Some of these games, it seemed like they always are behind, and the games they won, they came back, right? But they're usually behind the 8 ball right away for some reason. And I don't think, and the Patriots aren't that kind of team where they're just gonna let the Cardinals just creep on the fourth quarter and make this huge comeback. You know what I mean? Like I think the Patriot defense is too sound for that. They're not a sloppy defense. Belichick wouldn't let collapse happen in the late 5 minutes where Murray's get 14 and
that is
3
the one
minutes.
thing we're missing this year is that to make this a season from hell. So
like I said, I think your defense is sound enough to take care of business even in Arizona. They're bad even at home. Their offense is, like I said, in the middle of the pack at best. Your offense is nothing to write home about either. Stevenson will definitely get going in this game. And I could see the score being. See, I don't know if you guys are going to score a lot. I'll be honest with you because I still don't trust your offense. I'm going to go 26-13.
They're close to us. Yeah, we're all around the same score.
Yeah.
I don't see him scoring much, man. I think the Cardinals are they're just that bad. And this, listen, as they keep getting beat up like this, is going to you might even see a firing before the season end with their coach. I'll be honest with you. Usually there's a coach fire somewhere along the line during a season. Usually happens, right? I'm just saying. So a GM already got fired from Tennessee, right?
That was funny.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, after playing the guy who's having an unbelievable season, by the way. What an idiot. But listen, eventually you have to move on. And the Cardinals, to their credit, they did move on from their quarterback that they drafted right away. So who's to say they won't finally just say, you know what, enough's enough. We need to move on from the coach. I'm just saying, maybe not. He's a younger coach. I get it, but time's a ticking, boy. Time is a ticking. You need to make that decision.
I mean,
what's that, Beck?
I think whatever decision they make is going to be a dumb one because you literally gave the Bidwell family gave him a contract extension after getting their asses whipped in the playoffs last year, and that warranted a. Mind you, they were 8-0, 8-0.
Yeah, and, at one point,
fizzled out.
But it could still happen. I've seen coaches get extensions and get fired the following season. It could happen. I mean, like you said, maybe not.
No, he's gone. They're probably gonna wait until the end of the year. But I'll be shocked they fire him in the middle of the season, which I'm like, well, that's takes balls.
I wonder what coach. I'm thinking maybe the Houston coach might get fired before the season end. Lovie Smith, I believe it is. He's probably on the extremely hot seat. I think Kingsbury is, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Because listen, he's had that team. How many years he's been coaching? Quite a bit for over there now, right? 3 years
since Connor Murray. However long Connor Murray's in the team, I think.
Yeah, so it's beginning to be. Starting to get that, and they're getting. Like I said, it depends how the rest of the couple games last. So there's 5 games left, I believe. 5 weeks left. I would say, depending on how bad they look, I mean, you could possibly see him getting fired before the season ended. We'll see. I don't know, but that's a bad record for a team that has some weapon. Like, I mean, come on, you got one of the best receivers in the NFL. You got a quarterback who's not terrible, he's not great, but if he get maybe a right coaching staff, maybe he could do something. If not, then man, that sucks for them. They got to move on again. So I don't know what Arizona's going to do. Not my problem. All right. So let's get to the next game. Dolphins, Chargers, Sunday Night Football in LA. We'll start with you, Trevor. How you see this game going, man?
I'm going with Miami to win this game, obviously.
Obviously.
Yes, because the Chargers are terrible. And I feel so bad for Justin Herbert, but there will be a lot of points scored in this game. You're going to see this might be a lot. This might be, I think they did a good job for flexing this day because they probably made a lot of points. Both defenses are not very good. The Chargers defense is horrific, so expect a lot of points being scored in this game. I think this will be a bounce back for Tua. To get his confidence back going because he played terrible last week against San Francisco. And it's basically a home game for them because let's be honest, who the hell is watching the Chargers play? There'll be more Dolphins fans in SoFi Stadium than them. So I'm going with Miami to win this game, bounce back, and then they can just move on from the schedule from there because they got a tough schedule ahead of them, and they need to make sure that they stay pace. So going with them.
What you got? Score.
Miami, I'm gonna say 35-27.
All right, that's good. I'm leaning really close to you, by the way. Beth says my heart wants the Chargers to win. My head says the Dolphins will take it. We'll see. Juan, what you got, man?
I want to say it's gonna be a shootout too, but like every primetime game has been very, very lackluster in points.
So yeah, that's true too.
That's what I'm trying to think. Like it's like a thing. Like you think you come into a game and they'll be like, oh, all these points. I think the only one that was high scoring was Philly and Green Bay. It was the only one. Everything else was pretty low. They're like in the 40s somewhere combined. It's weird. Now, but I think this one will go over too, though. That's the safe thing to say. The Miami has no answer for Justin Herbert, and like you said earlier, I just checked the injury report. Mike Williams is not in the injury report, so that means he's good to go. So he will have probably will have a healthy receiving core for the first time since it feels like last year. I don't know when the last time everybody has played together on this team on the receiving core. We'll see how long that lasts, but as of right now, when it starts, they all should be there. With that being said, then there is nothing from what I know that Miami can do to stop this passing attack. So it should be a shootout. I want to say the Chargers going to win so bad, but I don't trust those bastards at all.
I don't.
So I will be picking Miami to win this game and outplaying. I did not see, I'm going to check one more time. I did not see Waddle in the injury report either. So I think he is good to go. Also,
he's banged up. He's banged up, but he'll play.
But he's going to play, right? I don't see him.
Yeah, but he was in and out of that game last week.
Yeah, he was. I know.
Yeah, he's just not. He's not. He's definitely not 100%. I could probably. He'll play, but he ain't what he is.
Lucky him. He's playing against this disgusting defense, so maybe he won't take as many hits as he's supposed to, and he'll be able to last throughout the game. So this defense is absolutely atrocious. We are counting down the minutes, the days, the hours, the seconds that excuse of a defensive coach in Brandon Staley finally gets out of our faces for good. Waiting for it.
Yes.
And we can't wait to laugh.
I can't either.
But Miami, this should be a bounce back game, but we're still going to be looking at them like, yo, this defense is real bad. That's how we're going to come out of this game with the eyes open like, and people have the audacity to call them contenders. Stupid. Go ahead.
What you got score-wise?
Oh, sorry, score. I'm going to go as high, I will say 30-27. The Chargers always keep it close no matter what. They never really get blown out. I feel like when they lost to the Raiders was like their biggest margin they lost by all year. If he was like they only lost by 7. I think Seattle was close to that too. I think Seattle beat them by like 10, even though it felt like 50. So they don't get blown out. So I'm gonna keep them close, 27-30. It'll be a barn burner, but 2-1 them will finish the job.
Okay.
And I want to say a 200-yard game for Tyreek Hill chasing that record.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, okay. I'll say 200 yards.
Crazy.
Yeah, 140 last game.
I believe it.
He did. Well, he I mean
that garbage defense.
Yeah, that big. Well, he had the one long touchdown that the 49ers, unfortunately, but that will happen. Yeah, I agree. I kind of agree with you on this. The Chargers are, I believe, the 27th or 26th ranked defense are really bad. The Dolphins, they're not that good either. I think they're in the middle of the pack.
They're 16, around the same.
17.
I think I just checked. I think they're like 27, 26. They suck.
Yeah.
Them and Chargers are right next to each other.
Yeah, they're close. I think the Dolphins like around the high 18.
Yeah, a little better. Yeah.
So they're not anything to write home about. And like I said, Byron Jones missing, Xavier Howard not 100% healthy. Clearly, he's only had 1 interception. And he just got it yesterday or last week. I think this game's going to be an interesting game because I think it's going to be high scoring. So that means it's going to be a fun game if you're one of those fans to watch, because I don't know if it will be like a boring game because of the high offense. Everyone likes offense, right? Like for the most part, like there's people I love defense, but the NFL loves their offense. We love touchdowns and big plays. So I think you're going to see that, especially since Williams is back as well. Keenan Allen is healthy. He made some big plays last week, even though they lost. Herbert's still Herbert. Herbert is, he listen, he's a future star. He's just on a badly coached team. I mean, this is just facts. So, and then you got Eckler in the backfield. Man, this is tough for me because I almost think that this could be an upset if you want to call it that.
I feel the same way. But it's them, so I'm not gonna do it.
Dolphins are coming off a loss too. You know what I mean? Like, and they're on the road again, so it's like another. I'm gonna go for the upset here. I'm gonna go a high scoring game.
I don't blame you.
I'm gonna go a high scoring game. I'm gonna say 37-34. I think the Chargers win in a field goal, some like last kick of the game or something like that. 37-34. I think it's a high scoring. I think it's a fun game, actually. Like I said, if you like offense, you like shootouts, it's going to be a shootout. Both teams are bad on defense. They're both going to give up touchdowns, and that's where I'm at with the score. And I think the Chargers do win. And then the Dolphins have to come to play the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo.
I'm trying to figure out how the Chargers going to screw this up. How are they going to mess this game up?
Yeah,
a fourth down fail when they shouldn't have went for it. Like, what do you think? What's going to happen? They're going to do something stupid. I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
I can see like a Tua fumble, like a sack fumble, maybe. Even though, like I said, even though the Dolphins, the Chargers still got Bosa who can get you. He is a dynamic player. Mac, I don't know what the hell's going on there. Maybe he's just declining, but he still can make plays here and there. I could definitely see them getting to Tua and causing a turnover by a sack fumble. 100%. Tua doesn't run around like he's a pocket guy. He's not a scrambler. So he takes hits and he holds the ball. He does hold the ball a little bit longer when he's trying to get a play. So I definitely could see something like that. Look what happened in the 49ers game. Late turnover. I mean, trying to make something happen. I mean, feeling the pressure. So maybe like a turnover, maybe even an interception, but it's going to be something like that. Very possible you see like a late turnover or something like that. We'll see. All right, Bills, Jets. It's going to be rainy in Buffalo from everything I've heard. Let's see here real quick coming in. Tim, Staley will go for an Bohan situation to cause Chargers. Yeah, I mean, I can see that too.
That's what I'm saying.
The Chargers are like once again, their team's a mess. It's been a mess, though. It's been a mess since our old coach went there. Yeah, exactly. The time management.
They're the fucking Chargers.
They're the Chargers, exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, they're like the Raiders, by the way, who who let Baker Mayfield drive 98 yards.
I'm telling you, bro. I call them the biggest roller coaster in the AFC. They go on a 2-game winning streak and then they lose to fucking Baker Mayfield when he knows less plays than he has fingers in one hand.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But that's the Raiders. That's it. So yeah, let's get to the Bills Jets. Trevor, how you see this game going? Cold, rainy day. Probably
I think this falls right how Buffalo wants to play this game. Cold, rainy, and it's gonna be very loud. The Bills, I think you guys are going to y'all really want that game back from last time where the game because I should have won. It was a very winnable game, but just the defense came to play, made Josh look human, and the rest is history. But I think that Buffalo should win this game. Now the story is going to be how does Mike White respond in this game? Like to me, this is where, like I said, I feel like the Jets playoff push now is a little it's harder. It's harder towards the end of the year. So it's like, okay, what do we do now? What do we do now? Like, how do we respond to this? This Bills team is still injured to all hell and everything like that. But but they want this game really badly. So I'm very interested to see how he responds, how he plays in this game. I think the Buffalo does take this win. Score. So they're gonna run the ball a lot. They should run the ball a lot. So I'm gonna say 24-14, Buffalo.
Yeah. All right. Juan. I got a very similar score, by the way.
Should go similar to how the New England went, except they'll score a little bit more than the Patriots did. They're running the football should be something that is going to be established. But although this defensive front of the Jets is wonderful, so that's going to be a task. I think it'll be a mix of Singletary and Allen trying to get down the field rushing. I don't think there'll be a lot of passing in this game. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. The secondary is wonderful, so I like this chess match. It's gonna be defensive, and then the rains help a lot in this conditions. But I see Mike White slowing down in this game. I see those turnovers he should have had. It'll happen.
Oh yeah.
But they might be able to run the football a bit too. Try to protect them. It's going to be a lot of short game from what I'm seeing. But I think their spread is 10, which is a lot. I think they'll cover that. Yep. Yeah, it's 10 is a lot. I'll cover that, but I think you guys control the game though. Like I wouldn't be surprised if the highs end up with like 40 minutes of like time possession clock in this game. More plays, you know what I'm saying? More that's why I think it's gonna happen. Like, you're gonna win and it's gonna not look like you whooped their ass, but you kind of did. That's what I think is gonna happen. My score is 26-17. You win by 9, which is really on the cusp of covering the 10. It's gonna be a chess match for a minute, but you guys will be fine. 26-17. Bills.
All right. So here's the deal. So Buffalo's been slowing down the run like the last 3 games, and against very good, by the way, 1-2 punches with the Lions, with the Browns, with even now not a 1-2 punch in New England, but they still have Stevenson, who's a bulldozer, and I thought we handled him well as well. So that whole notion of we can't stop the run crap is put back to bed again. We have a very good. It was. It was for a little bit after the Packers. Yeah, believe it or not. It's like, come on, man. Every team goes through a little, like 1 or 2 games where it's like, oh, but you know how it is. People are like, we can't do this. It's like, and they don't count all the injuries and all no Edmonds, no Milano. It's like they can't stop the run. It's like, bro, did you know who we had on the field? But whatever, no problem. That's in the past. So, couple bad things here coming into this game. Obviously, no Von Miller. We all know that what happened to Von Miller. That sucks. Sad. It is what it is. I mean, that's why you got depth on the team. I felt like our depth has been great. I'll be honest with you. I know a lot of fans, Bills Mafia is like, this fucking team. We're 9-3 with injuries all through the fucking year. Well, Micah Hyde gone. Jordan Poyer missing half the games. Right? Allen playing fucking hurt, though, who's going to play hurt. A lot has gone on, and we're still 9-3, and our depth is the reason because of that. If we didn't have good depth, we'd have 4 wins, 5 wins. That's what it boils down to. NFL is tough. People get hurt, It's the way it goes. We had a guy last week playing on a bum ankle that could barely move. But we were so thin, he had to stay in there. He did enough. So, anyway, so this game here, obviously, no Von Miller. He's out for the season. Matt Milano, game time decision. That sucks. That sucks. Tremaine Edmonds is playing, so that's good. At least we have one of the two, right? Yeah, gotta have one of the two. And Edmonds is a beast. I don't care what anyone says. He's young, big, fast. We just don't use him right, in my opinion. But either way, he still makes plays. No Jordan Phillips. That sucks. He's a monster on the defensive tackle. You guys know that. Ed Oliver is playing. Obviously, he's playing at a high level. Gregory Rousseau is playing. Obviously, he's playing at a really good level this season. So we have playmakers in there. Shaq Lawson. So listen, there's guys that are going to step up for these guys that are going to be missing. Now, Milano, I think he'll play, but we'll see. We shall see. He didn't practice all week, so that's not a good thing. But it's game time decision. So we'll find out when that time comes. As far as offense, John Brown was called up again, second time. So I think if he's called up one more time, he has to be on the active roster. I have a feeling he's going to be on the active roster, guys. So the OBJ thing, by the way, is probably not going to happen. And I don't think OBJ, by the way, for everyone that's in here in the chat, is happening for any team this season. I think OBJ is going to sign in the offseason somewhere. Ain't going to happen. I just have a feeling. I think he wants too much, and right now he can't offer anything to these teams to get a contract. So no team is going to risk their pockets for a guy that's not going to show him anything. And I don't think our GM is dumb enough to do that unless he could somehow prove that he's ready for the playoffs. Because honestly, I knew he wasn't going to play regular season. It's all about the playoff push. But how do you know he's even going to be ready for the playoff push? Like, if he can't even show you practice. So, I don't know. Forget that. That's why they signed John Brown, in my opinion. Anyways, on this game. So, I think if they're saying what's true, it's going to be a rainy day in Buffalo, cold. I would think Ken Dorsey's going to continue what he's been doing, which is running the ball, getting James Cook involved, Devin Singletary. I think they're going to have probably 14, 15 carries each, somewhere around there. That seems to be going the trend. I think Hines is going to be also, you see Hines' snap count getting more and more as the games go on. You're going to see Hines involved in the short yardage pass. A lot of short passing here. I think that's going to be the name of the game. I think you get the ball out of Josh's hand quick, make it an ugly game, time of possession, long drives, and you got to score in the red zone, which we've gotten a little better in the last 2 weeks. As far as the Jets, the last time we played Mike White, who was all the hype, had 4 interceptions. Terrible. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be 4 interceptions, but I don't think it's going to be 400 yards passing either that he did last week. He's a little bit sloppy with the ball. He's a little bit he takes too many chances, as they say. But that's what a backup quarterback does. That's why he'll always be a backup quarterback. Though he's probably better than Zach Wilson. But anyways, I'm going to say 27-10. I don't trust their offense. I don't trust Mike White. I don't care what anyone says. Listen, I'll be on here post game for any Jets fans that are watching, and if you guys do good and Mike White kills us, then you have more. I'll eat crow, but I don't think it's gonna happen, bro. I remember last year y'all were jumping and and screaming Mike White's name, and he was feeling himself, and boy, oh boy, did he get benched quickly. So, we'll find out. We'll find out the Mike White story tomorrow, because if he can do that. If he can beat the Buffalo Bills and look good, then fine. Maybe you guys got yourself something there. Maybe.
I'll say this right now. If he wins this game tomorrow, I will have a surprise for next episode.
Oh yeah, dude. Listen, I will be. I'd be shocked. Yeah, I'd be shocked. But I didn't think Zach Wilson
I will have
was
a surprise
be,
next week.
Yeah, we'll see. Listen,
what it is.
If the Jets win, which I don't think they will. It'll be because of their defense. It ain't going to be because of Mike White. I would be shocked, Juan. But, hey, we'll see. We'll see. But I got 27-10. I just don't trust their offense. And I don't even know who the hell that running back was. But it shows you that Michael Carter is a little hurting. He's down 100%, though. He's going to play. The guy they got, didn't they just trade for a running back?
J. Robinson, he's doing nothing.
Right. And you're getting some guy that I've never heard in my life. Yeah, it's not going to go. If they think they're going to run the ball, I would be very surprised if they do good on the ground versus us. So, yeah, 27-10, that's where I got. And we're going to go to the rant of the week. And let's see here. What do I got for the rant of the week here? I guess we'll go to our good old single.
It is more about them than it is about the team. I cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it. I want winners.
I swear he would still be maybe a good coach. I just love his mentality. He's a tough son of a bitch. That dude, maybe he wasn't good, but boy, he spoke it. Go ahead, Trevor.
Too old school. My rant for today is for all the people who are upset of Deion Sanders leaving Jackson State to go to Colorado. Now, let me explain something to you. I feel that if you do a great job, you should be compensated for it, right? Yes, he did tell those students, the students at Jackson State, that he was for the culture and stuff like that, and he wanted to build there. He was there for 3 years. He made Jackson State into a national. I want to say that powerhouse, but they would get national exposure. Not just
made him into somebody. Yeah, 100%.
Not just national exposure to the school, but for HBCUs in general. He was able to sway away top recruits from big schools to go to Jackson State. Travis Hunter and many others, right? He was able to sway them away from big schools to go there. He did that in 3 years. He turned that program around in 3 years. Only making $300,000 a year. They probably say, "Oh, he's rich," but why are you counting this man's pockets? So, not only
why you counting this man's pockets?
Not only was he getting paid $300,000 a year, he was donating half his salary back into the program. And he decided, and obviously school started to take notice what he was doing, and they said, "Well, we need him to turn the program." The Colorado Buffaloes, that's the teams he went to, have been terrible for a very long time. They've been terrible for a very long time. So they pay him $5 million a year, and people are upset because he took the money and left. He sold the kids a dream and left, and people are upset. Now, let me tell you something. Deion Sanders did nothing. He did what I would do, what Juan would do, what Tommy would do, what any one of us would have done. If another job calls us, say, "Hey, we're going to pay you this amount of money to come work with us." Mm-hmm. All was it. He all did. And then also, so people talking about, that he let the conference down. He let everybody down. I want to ask him this question. Where's the next man, the next woman to take the reins of making HBCUs better, huh? Where are they? Oh, because Deion left it. It's over. The conference is over now because he left. Oh, he left them high and dry. Why is it that the Jackson State alumni didn't? All the alumni didn't pay try to put money together to keep him there. Why? Yes, he had value to y'all. Why you didn't pay him like why not? Put your money where your mouth is. And you're mad because he left. Did you know that Jackson State alumni, over 80% of the alumni don't give back, don't donate to their schools? It's ridiculous. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. Mm-hmm. And then they wonder why schools like that fail, which they are failing, and they want federal funding, but they want to put money up themselves. So you're mad at Deion Sanders for taking more money because another school found value what he was doing. You're mad. I'm sorry, it's a cop out. It's stupid, very ignorant, and I would have done the same thing. But yeah. Things change for the better and for the worse. So I called my mama and she said, "Baby, must need the money." And I'm glad you brought that up. He been doing this since he was a player. He's been doing this. He's always been about the money. So you're mad.
Think they're already got it from.
And you're mad, and you're mad because he told him he's gonna stay. Y'all wanted him to stay and take less money and donate to a program that y'all wasn't even putting the money into it. I'm sorry. Shame on y'all. Like he gave y'all the blueprint to, elevate the conference, but no, you don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do it because at the end of the day, y'all don't give a shit either. Y'all don't care either. So I don't know. It's fake outrage. People need to grow up. And at the end of the day, he did what's best for him at the end of the day because we all have done the same exact thing. I'm sorry. Yeah. I would have took.
Listen, coach. That's what coaches do, man. Coaches, any coach, you start at a certain. You want to prove yourself. No, it's the way it works. You eventually got to go up. You can't go backwards. Like he's not gonna. Like, come on, man. He knows that Jackson. That team's not winning a national championship anytime soon. And maybe neither is Colorado, but at least it'll elevate him to the next job if he gets Colorado like somewhere decent or on the right track. Then he gets hired by a top 25 team, possibly. That's could be there, or whatever, top 50, and then that's the coaching tree. You got to keep going up. You can't go down. So I don't know what they expected him just to chill out and Jackson. Like,
just stay there.
It's not gonna. That doesn't work. Like that would be like saying like a high school coach gets an offer just even at a college. He's gonna be like, no, I'm good, man. I like my high school team. Like no, bro. He's probably gonna go and coach college. Every coach, that's their dream. Like it just is. That's why coordinators become coordinators so they can become eventual head coaches, and they're not going to turn that down. He wasn't going to turn that down. I don't think it was about money. It was more about just him trying to prove himself that he could go to the next level and, I don't know, get this team better than what they are. So we'll see. But I thought, man, they have whoever's mad at him, that's ridiculous. You put that team on a map, man. Hey, what up, Scott? How you doing, brother? Scott, you missed the whole damn show, man. We had Captain D here. We had the Jets guy here. Everybody was here having a big party. No, it's just me and Trevor.
He just cares about the one thing, the rant.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He didn't even say hi. He said peace. So he
I know.
He just told us he's leaving.
So you didn't even like. So no Captain D, no Jets, question mark. We're not good enough for you, Scott. God damn you. Well, we're saying peace anyways because we're getting out of here. You missed the whole damn show. You missed the rain. You missed everything.
God damn it.
Anyways, we will be back next weekend, guys, on Sports Dynasty Podcast. And next week, guys, we play the Dolphins on Saturday night. So that'll be interesting AFC shakedown because it's right after we play the Dolphins. So very interesting. Yeah, see, now Scott's upset. Now he's saying, damn. What's up, Dave Buffalo Operator? You just missed us, man. Everybody's coming in late. All right, what is going on? Are you all in Loveland too? What is are you all on paddle boats? Get out of there. Anyways, guys,
I might comment hashtag paddle boats if you watch the show. Right?
Yeah. Hashtag paddle boats. I'm gonna be back at 9 potentially tonight, guys, on filling in for Jason on Backdoor Bills Talk. So, guys, any last words? You guys have anything planned as far as your podcast goes that you want to tell the whole world about here, Scott Blakely?
No. We have nothing planned yet.
We got nothing planned.
Nope.
Damn it. Well, they'll
just
be
a
back.
regular old posting. That's it. We're boring this week, at least.
They'll be back. God damn it! Check. So either way, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Sports Dynasty Podcast. The link is in the description, and check us out next week. On
you could check out really quick before tomorrow. You can check out the Rally Towel Sports collab we did.
You see, Lon was sleeping on that. So
it was
Rally Towel and Sports Dynasty had a video. They just posted it, I believe, yesterday. Correct, guys? Yeah. So go on their show, go on the Sports Dynasty, check that out. Awesome guys over at Rally Towel. Obviously, you guys know Trevor and Juan, awesome guys. So check them out and subscribe, like I said, if you haven't already. And Scott saying Patriots, Bills win. And the other, geez.
Yeah,
I can't say that. I'm monetized, bro. Trying to take my monetization away, bro. I almost slipped up and said it. Damn you, Scott. Is that how you do me? Come in here, me. Right, some stuff I'm going to say. Hey, I will say this. First time ever, we didn't have any bots in here, sex bots offering their website for you guys.
Damn, Scott, Jesus Christ.
Anyways, I'm out of here, guys. We're out. Go Bills. Peace out. Bills Mafia #1. We're out. Peace.
Okay. Bye-bye. See, Peter, he's too fast. You gotta tackle me. It's B. You gotta press B. I'm pressing B. He's too fast. Going over here? Going over here now? Never get